Did you know pigs are among the most intelligent mammals on the planet? I had no idea. Welcome to the first episode of I Need to Talk to Someone About This, where I do a deep dive on my most current read. I have wanted this for so long, where I can do long form content where I just come and dump my thoughts, because these books sometimes be sending my brain into a tizzy, and I just need to talk it out and know if my book friends are feeling the same way too, or if they need to actually get on what I'm reading too, because I need y'all to feel what I'm feeling and understand why I'm thinking this. We need to talk about Animal Farm by George Orwell. Now, this is probably the shortest classic read I've ever read, but definitely one of the biggest impacts. It was an easy 5-star. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like to write out my thoughts while I'm going through a book, and let me just say, I have a lot to say, so let's just get into it. One of the things that I found brilliant about George Orwell's writing was how he took a simple thing, an animal farm, and took the complexities of human behavior around control, manipulation, power, and said, hey, I'm going to make animals behave like human beings. And I don't know what it was, but that would just really clicked something in my brain. And I was like, wow. Humans are terrible. Now, everything pretty much came full circle and to a head at the end of the story. And that pretty much got me thinking, no matter how ideal a situation starts, because in the beginning it started simple, we're going to rebel against the humans. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. But at the end of the day, I just feel like in any of these situations, you start a rebellion, there's going to be a power dynamic, because everybody can't be a leader and everybody can't move to the top. The people at the top, the pigs, run the show. The people at the bottom, the other animals, they fall in line. It was amazing how the animals just fell in line with the pig systems, their rules, their reality, and didn't think anything of it. I mean, they had thoughts, but no one was strong enough to step to the leader because of that power dynamic. I don't know. I just felt like that was a great parallel to how the world operates today. Clock it. Even though this book was written some time ago, I just feel like the themes in this story still apply today. And it was just so simple. I hate to use the word simple, but I think simplicity was the point. Orwell wanted to deliver this message in a simple way. He wanted this to be in your face, straight to the point, like, this is how humans behave. I don't think he made this story trying to be profound. He was trying to make a point and deliver a message. Oh yeah. One of the most disturbing things I found in the story was the constant manipulation between the pigs and the other animals. How they would just twist the truth to serve their own needs. And the way they were able to get away with this is because the animals were at different levels of comprehension and education. And I'm saying education loosely, but there were different levels of intelligence between the animals and the pigs. So they were able to get away with so much. When I tell you, every time they twisted one of the commandments at the expense of one of the other animals, and I just wanted to holler at the other animals, like, please, like, understand, try to figure out what's going on, ask why. But again, there was that power dynamic there and control. Like, you can't ask any questions, or basically, I'm going to off you. Like, I actually don't need you here. I don't need people that's not following the program. So it's always this threatening atmosphere around the animals. And I said all that before to point out how people in these power dynamics use manipulation of the language, memory, education, intelligence, they will use that against you to get what they need out of the situation. And in this instance, they were able to manipulate the animals around the rules so that the benefits would basically all go towards the pigs. And we're not going to skip over how they really did my boy Boxer. He worked hard for those pigs. Hard. And look how they still treated him in the end. In the end, they used you till your very last bone. They used you till you couldn't even get up and stand. That horse was trying to go into retirement. And guess what they did? They gave him the boot. I'm taking a page from Boxer's story because no matter how hard you work, you can work and work and work for these corporations and these entities in power. And guess what? They're going to work you till they can't work you no more. And then when you can't work no more, guess what? They're going to give you the boot. And then the next day, they're going to replace you with someone else. This is crazy times, but you have to think about your family first and your well-being as a person next. I'm not trying to get too deep, y'all, but you have to find your own enjoyment out of this little life that we're given, because most of us do have to go to work and work in the system. And I'm gonna be honest with you, retirement is a long way away for some of us, for most of us. So we have to find the enjoyment out of life now. And we also have to make sure we're not giving everything to people, things, places, and leaving ourselves broken in the end. And no one's there to refill you, replenish you. That's on you. You are responsible for you. So you have to make decisions now that are going to keep you intact for the remainder of your life. I don't know where that came from, but it was a message for somebody. Ultimately, the message I got from this is that freedom does not exist. There will always be a power dynamic. The real question is, are you benefiting from that power structure? And all in all, this was an incredible read. I honestly liked it more than I expected to. And I can definitely see myself rereading this because I know that it was so much more that I needed to unpack with this story. It deserves all of the hype, and I understand why it is a classic book.